Aloha, everybody. Welcome back from the weekend. That was pure, unadulterated carnage today. I am stunned that the markets reacted to the way that they did to this Greece news. Who didn't see this shit coming? Like, how did the market not have this priced in? Like, I guess that the market had priced in that Greece was going to work out a deal and only a deal. I figured the way the market's trading, like, deal, we blast off. No deal, we don't do much. But to see us just crater, pretty impressive, I got to admit. But now here's the good and bad news. Bad news is we're extremely heavily long. Good news is we've been extremely heavily long for a long time, so we have gains in everything. It's not like we're going to be leaving with a bunch of losses. Yeah, we had a whole lot of new long positions, but like I keep saying, we were already heavily invested, so I only had so much capital I could put into these long positions. Most of them have failed, a lot of them haven't. Really quickly before I go talking over the market, though, let me go over every single one that's failed. Ruby failed today, full sell. BLDR, speculative stock, full sell. GLUU, speculative stock, full sell. CAVM, failure. HMST, new long, failure. Zebra, new long, failure. AMWD, new long, failure. ALLE, finally a full failure. GSL, failure. LOGM, failure. KOP, failure. SGBK, failure only because it's a thin stock. It goes with a 50-day moving average. It hit my final sell stop, which was below this level. If you want, make yours below 29.32. And that's just the thing for all these 100% sells. If you're still long any of these, which I believe I'm out of all of these, you can use today's low a day. And like WSBF, that's a failure because I used today's low a day. In hindsight, I wish I would have used today's low a day and then maybe this level back here. 13, 13, 1. But bottom line is that's bullshit because whenever I go long something, I want to see it work immediately. I'm only like, maybe it'll go higher because it didn't go higher today, but it's done. So WSBF was a full sell. But there's a lot of 50% sells, and there's stuff like SWKS, 50% sell. But like for me, I won't be selling that 50% until it moves below 100.33. I mean, that just goes to anything that you see listed tonight. HIL. Use the low a day. EPAM, you use the low a day. ULTA, you use the low a day. That's just for the ad signal, which has already failed for me. But if you want to, AVGO, 50% sell, use the low a day. AMSG, 50% sell, you use the low a day. And if these stocks break their low a days, then the 50% sell adds off. But tonight overall, I only have one market order that I have to sell, and that's because I screwed up and didn't put a sell stop on my VRX ad. I added a VRX. It was a very small, tiny position, so it doesn't hurt at all. But my final sell stop on that position would have been 225.34. So as soon as it hit 225.34, I would have been taken out. But I just checked, and I've done everything already. So my orders are all ready to go for the day. I am done working once I make this video. VRX is now at 220.31, down past where my final sell stop would have been on that ad. So it cost me, probably $50 total because I had 10 shares. So on that ad. What are you going to do? It's a mistake. It's not too costly a mistake, but I tell you what, that cost me a nice dinner with my girlfriend. Not a nice dinner on Maui. Are you kidding me? Cost me a nice appetizer with my girlfriend. So VRX, that was about it. But besides all the sell signals, obviously no surprise whatsoever. There are no new long signals, and I got to be honest, it's unfortunate, but there are no hedges. We just got to let this play out. SQQQ, do you see a pocket pivot point signal at any point since that most recent bottom? No. Go to UVXY. You finally get one today. You're going to buy this thing up 34%? I'm not. TVIX, same thing. You finally got one today. Did we get any? This is coming into today, though. SRTY, SDOW, SPXU, RWM. Did we get any? SRTY, I mean, did we get any pocket pivot point signals or any notification whatsoever that we needed to get short stocks going into today? Maybe after Friday with the sell-off on heavier volume, but we're still above the 50-day moving average. But after today, we've just cratered too much. Wouldn't want to short it. What I will be looking to do now is that I'll be looking at a lot of my trend following momentum indicators along with my oscillators. And now what I'm going to be looking for is to see when I need to short this rally, next rally attempt, if we continue to sell off in lower volume. So let's say we sell off again on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now I'm looking to short any bounce attempt, especially if more of my long signals fail. because we have no new long signals today. The best one was CACC, perfect speculator, pre-perfect speculator scan quality, CanSlim quality, producing on about an average volume move today, but its 236.36 close is below the 237.42 high day, so no matter what, it's definitely not an ad signal. But that was the best one today. There isn't anything else. Right now, it's all about tightening our sell stops, making sure our gains don't turn into losses, make sure any recent long that's got small gains leaves us flat. And if we have any positions that are kind of iffy, you don't necessarily need to leave flat, but you need to move up your sell stops to the most recent support underneath whatever flat level you have it as. For instance, let me think of one if I can think of offhand. Damn, I really can't think of any. Did I look? Yeah, I really can't see anything like that. But yeah, whatever. So if you have a very small gain, you don't want to see it turn into even a decent size loss. You want it to be a very tiny loss or flat. You got to get out of this market. Now, following today's selling, obviously our models switch everywhere. The NASDAQ has gone from a buy signal to a neutral/sell signal. What that means is that another heavier volume sell-off, this index will be under a sell mode. So we sell off on above average volume on Tuesday or Wednesday, especially if it's higher than Monday's level. NASDAQ is under sell mode. Same with the Russell 2000. It's back under the neutral mode, but it's ready to switch to the sell mode. And then the Dow Jones Industrial Average has joined its Dow Jones Transportation Average, proving Dow theory correct once again. Dow theory says that the Dow Jones Average is hitting new highs like it was doing in May. The DJT needs to. The DJT is hitting new highs. The DJIA needs to. The DJT did not confirm the DJIA, and now here we go. We're breaking to new 2015 lows under a sell signal. Dow Jones Industrial Average joins it. The New York Stock Exchange, cratering below the 200-day moving average, also joins these indexes under a sell signal. So everything is under a sell or neutral signal. We are no longer under an operational buy mode on anything. New longs are done. I have two BOP scans, and this past Thursday, they each still had over 100 stocks in them. If you look here now, this thing has this stock had over 100 in them. They now only have 18. This one has the up and down one, so it's still good, 126, but this scan had over 100. It's down to 28. So quite a significant drop-off. And then the perfect speculator scans, we just went from about 60 today to 44. And in the pre-perfect speculator scan, we went from 117 on Thursday down to 76 in just 2 sessions. Quite a significant pullback we have going on here. So new longs are out of the question. I know we got a lot of signals before this, but I tell you what, this market was ready to break out. We had a good above average volume breakout here with a pocket pivot point signal on the NASDAQ. The Russell 2000 confirmed it also with above average volume breakout to new highs. And this market looked like it was ready to run. However, clearly, fake out, breakout, and that makes it way worse. Because, first off, it was the first breakout we had to new highs with heavy volume from a nice, decent, flat base. You really thought that it was going to go. I mean, on 618, that's it. This market looks as bullish as can be. You can't be bearish about the market. I mean, if you are, you're foolish because there's long signals that are working everywhere. But this past week and then Monday, ugly. Now, here's the thing. Possibly because we have no hedge signals, we might already be close to being done with the sell-off. I doubt that because look at the NASDAQ oscillators, short-term oscillators. My stochastics, nowhere near oversold. My RSI, not oversold. TSV, yeah, it's moving down there. MACD, getting there, nowhere near oversold. And that goes for the big cap indexes. NYSE, TSV is getting there. MACD, Stokes, and RSI, nowhere near. And even worse, the Russell 2000. TSV, not oversold. MACD, nowhere near. And even worse, stochastics have only now turned down from extremely overbought levels. So we're nowhere near being at oversold levels following the sell-off. So like I said, I'm looking to short bounces if I can get it. I now also have cash available, which means I will be looking for intraday opportunities in earnings winners, contract winners, or pump and dump run-ups, or just nasty breakdowns. But the bottom line is cash is now king for right now. It's summertime. Go enjoy yourselves. It's going to be a while before the market gets its footing.